Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kevin Lopez. I'm on Bridgeport City Council, and today is April 8th, April 9th, 2020, and welcome to the Bridgeport Community Update. The intent for this show is to provide up-to-date and accurate information for the citizens of Bridgeport and surrounding communities. Today's guest will be, and I'm greatly appreciative to have both these guests on today, is Leah Clark. She is the director of the Bridgeport Economic Development Corporation here in Bridgeport, Texas. And we will also have Allie Martinez, office manager for Foundation Therapy. She will be on for the business of the day as we've been doing all this week. And I will bring them up right quick. And there they are. There's Leah Clark on the left and Allie Martinez in the middle there. Thank y'all for coming on today, and I appreciate y'all's time during this time. I know everybody's busy, and to come out and explain resources that are going. Leah, resources for the community, and Allie, for y'all, is a business that can cater to the public that would be really essential, especially really during this time to help folks out. But thank y'all for coming on.
Thank you.
And what I also like to do is update folks on what is happening as far as the numbers are concerned, and the numbers that came out from the Office of Emergency Management here in Wise County. Let me pull that up. There it is. That's from the Office of Emergency Management here in Wise County as of 6 p.m. yesterday. And so yesterday at 6 o'clock, there were 504 cases test administered, 3 positive, 357 negative, 126 pending, and 18 inconclusive. And we have some good news. We have 1 person who is actually recovered from COVID-19. So that's a positive thing. And, you know, we as a community have been having all these folks in our thoughts and prayers. And it's glad to see we're moving in that direction of people actually who have contracted the COVID-19 are actually recovering from it. So you can follow the Office of Emergency Management on Facebook. They have a Facebook page, and they give an update every day. I know our county judge, J.D. Clark, gives a daily update as well when that information comes available. And you can also follow him on Facebook as well. And so the intent behind all this, as we've been discussing all week long, is to flatten the curve. And so if we can follow the CDC guidelines and also your federal, state, and local mandates for both businesses and the community, we can help flatten that curve, because it won't take much to overwhelm our healthcare system should COVID-19 become prolific in our community, which it seems like I've said before, I'm very proud of our communities. They've been, folks have been heeding the warnings and following the guidelines as to protect themselves. Like I said before, we went to Walmart for some essentials, and we could see people, they were wearing masks, they were wearing gloves, and people are maintaining that 6-foot distance. And also folks just around the neighborhoods, they're, you know, walking the dog or riding bikes or whatever, or walking, and people are trying to maintain that 6-foot distance from one another. And so, and also your business community are adapting to the current mandates of curbside services, or, you know, delivering, but not allowing folks to come in and cater inside the business. But everybody's adapting to the situation, and it seems like we're doing a really great job as a community in trying to overcome this situation as best we possibly can. But without further ado, I'm going to bring Leah Clark, the director of the Bridgeport Economic Development, the Bridgeport Economic Development Corporation, on to discuss some resources that are available to the business community. There we go. Leah, thank you for coming on today. I appreciate your time and coming on here. How have you been doing?
Hanging in there.
Yeah, it's a busy time for a lot of folks.
Yes, it is. Trying to provide as much information as we can.
So I'll just start right off the bat. For those that don't exactly know what the Bridgeport Economic Development Corporation does, can you explain the part of an economic development corporation in our community, how they participate?
Sure. There's actually no single definition for what economic development is, but mostly it encompasses quality of life and job growth. And so that's what we do is we try to create jobs that would then make a better quality of life for that person. And then that person would be able to help with sales tax revenue. And then that sales tax income would generate for the city of Bridgeport. And that would all result in a better quality of life for the entire community. So basically, our job is to create more sales tax revenue by creating jobs. So that's what we do. And I don't know if I can explain it in any better terms than that. I just try to make
No,
it
that
as
was
simple
great.
as possible so people understand, because it's generally pretty complex. But we're constantly just trying to bring new businesses to town, create new jobs, whether that's through expansion or relocation or startups. So.
Yeah, y'all been a vital part of the economic growth here in Bridgeport, and it's for the last 2 years. We've been doing really well since the redoing of the downtown area and bringing in businesses and such, and expanding those that have been in the community for a very long time. And y'all are a great part of the puzzle to building a great community economic environment. And so, can't thank y'all enough for what y'all do. What kind of corporation is the Bridgeport EDC? I know there's a couple different kinds or a few.
Yep. Bridgeport is a type 4A organization. And so what that means is that we have a few extra stipulations on us than some EDCs do, but we once again try to focus on job creation. So we work a lot through public-private partnerships, through incentive agreements, or grants. That's kind of a good way to explain it. We have to put clawbacks in place so that businesses have to answer for certain things, and we make certain requirements on those businesses should we enter into some sort of agreement with them. Generally, these look like public-private partnerships for startup manufacturing, manufacturers looking to expand, or manufacturers looking to relocate. And then once again, all that has to fall back to job growth and how many jobs will be created. And maybe we don't look at that in the short term of what the job growth looks like, but maybe in the long term, the job growth is going to be better for us in the way of generating that indirect sales tax.
Yeah, it's like I said before, y'all. It's a valuable part of the community and helping in growth. And so it's you have the city council, but you have your Bridgeport EDC and all the other different I guess parts of the city. But what y'all offer to new business and current businesses is really helps them a bunch in getting started and continuing to grow. And so yeah, it's a great thing to have for a community. What can you explain in light of the situation? There are a lot of businesses right now that could be struggling or are struggling as a result of what's happening with COVID-19 and the pandemic and the guidelines and restrictions that are coming down from the federal, state levels to kind of help flatten the curve and social isolating and all that. Can you explain to the business community the resources available to help out businesses during this time?
Sure. So the number one resource that I would direct anybody in Bridgeport to is SBA.gov. And the reason for that is Small Business Administration. So you may not think you're a small business, but you probably are. The federal government defines a small business as anything under 500 employees. So that would pretty much encompass any business that we would have in Bridgeport. And so there are a few other stipulations that they put on things, but that's the biggest guideline is less than 500 employees. They have 4 programs going on right now through SBA. They And all of this information can be found at sba.gov. And I know you're providing a link, and so that's wonderful. And that's where I pulled a lot of this information from, and you'll have to pardon me. I'm going to read a little bit just so I don't mess it up. But
Oh,
the
no,
first
that's fine.
program that I want to talk about is the Paycheck Protection Program. This is a loan program that provides loan forgiveness for retaining employees by temporarily expanding a traditional SBA 7A loan program. SBA will forgive loans if all employees are kept on payroll for 8 weeks and the money is used for payroll, rent, mortgage interest, or utilities. The thing that I want to point out there is at least 75% of that loan has to be used for payroll. They will not forgive it if you don't use at least 75% of it for payroll. You can apply through existing SBA 7A lenders or through any federal insured institutions. And with all of these programs, there's links on sba.gov that you can go to apply through federal bank institution federally insured institutions, but you can also go to your local lenders. If you already work with a bank, I know there are multiple banks within Bridgeport and within Wise County that are doing these programs. So any of those could be good resources for your business. The good thing that I want to point out on this also is that this program will be available until June 30th of 2020. So you have a while to decide whether or not you want to apply for this. And it is forgivable according to the guidelines of what they have established on their website, as long as 75% of it is used for payroll. So, but you can use it for other things. The second program that I want to talk about is the EIDL loan advance. This loan advance can provide up to $10,000 of economic relief to businesses that are currently experiencing temporary difficulties. So this is a loan advance that does not have to be repaid. Private nonprofit organizations are also eligible to apply for this. It's more like sometimes they refer to it as a grant and sometimes they refer to it as a loan advance. Everything that I've read says it doesn't have to be repaid. And the other thing that I want to point out is there was a little bit of confusion on this early on, especially on my part, but it appears from the research I've been doing that you don't have to necessarily apply for a loan. I was noticing earlier today that you can apply for just the loan advance and you don't have to apply for a traditional loan on top of that. So I could be wrong about that, but that's the way that I understood everything that they have on their website today. So again, I believe you can do that through a local lender also, but you can definitely do it straight through sba.gov, the EIDL. The third option that they have is the SBA Express Bridge Loan. This helps small businesses that are already using SBA Express lenders. So if they already have a current relationship with those, they can have quick access to up to $25,000. This one has to be repaid in full. But it kind of, the way that I was understanding it, it rolls into the EIDL loan if you take one of those out. So it gives you the gap of getting the $25,000 immediately, pretty much. But it would still go onto the loan and you would pay it back. I read one thing that said those are around 1% interest, so that's pretty good as well. I don't know that the bridge loans are fully forgivable. I'm not sure about that. That would be something that a lender would be able to answer. It doesn't establish that on any SBA websites. The last program is the SBA debt relief. This is an SBA program that's providing a financial reprieve to small businesses during COVID-19. The SBA will pay the principal, interest, and fees of current 7A, 504, and microloans for a period of 6 months. So basically, they're just letting you have 6 months where you're not paying, because you're eventually going to have to pay it all. The interest
Right.
still accrues and things, but they're just going to cover that until you can get through this hardship, and then that would roll back into a normal payback schedule. So that would just be for people currently on an SBA loan now. And I think that that also is retroactive and applies to anything that you take out before September of 2020. Is another thing that they pointed out. Those are the only 4 programs that SBA is offering right now. I think that they're very good. I think that at a minimum, all of our businesses should at least look into the EIDL, because that could be the loan advance, and a $10,000 grant would go a long way for most of our businesses in town. So if
Absolutely.
that is possible for them to apply for that and get just what would essentially be a grant, then I think that they should do that. Also on the Paycheck Protection, they're saying that they're going to forgive those as well. So if you have several employees and you need to keep paying people, then definitely look into that. If you're planning on doing it anyway, then you might as well try to apply for some funding that could help you out in the long run. So
Absolutely. Yeah,
the
and
last
those are some.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
I was
Go
just
ahead.
gonna say the
Sorry.
last thing that I was gonna say as far as what you can have also is we're not really able to do a whole lot at this point, because all of our legal things still apply to us, unfortunately.
Right.
But we are offering curbside signs to any essential businesses. So if you have been deemed an essential business by the governor, then we are providing curbside signs, just so that I know pretty much everybody in town is offering curbside at the moment that's an essential
Right.
business. And so if you are an essential business and you would like to have a curbside sign, then please email me, and we will get you a sign made and get it delivered as soon as we can. So, and that's
You get
free of
that.
charge. We're paying for those signs.
And those are really nice signs
They
too.
are.
Those plastic A-frame signs are
Yes.
really nice, and one of our local businesses
Yes.
does a really great job
Lincoln Stitch
of
is doing
putting.
that for us.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can. I was trying to find I had your email address here somewhere. But for the folks who want to email you, it's lclark@bridgeportedc.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
and so, but that's the way. That's the easiest way for businesses to contact you on anything, like any questions or working with y'all in the future for anything.
Right. And feel free to email me anytime. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Go to sba.gov and get familiar with those programs. I think that they could apply to most of our businesses. Talk to your local lenders because they're going to have a lot of information. I know that they're all already processing applications in Bridgeport, and they're trying to be as helpful as possible. So I hope that everybody can reach out to their lender and see if they can get something going for themselves.
Now, when you say their lender, now I've been hearing things like if you're a new customer, sometimes the lenders won't offer these resources to you. It'll be their current customers. Is that correct, or is that a rumor that's going?
I've heard one case where somebody went to a local bank and they said that they weren't helping anybody that wasn't a customer already. They were going to help their customers first and then go to other ones. That was early last week that I feel like I heard that. And so I think that now more banks are offering these programs and they have established a way to offer these programs. So I would definitely reach out to the bank that you use, that you're a customer at first. And then if they don't offer that program, or if I think they all are. So especially in Bridgeport. But if for some reason your bank doesn't offer that, then reach out to one of our local banks in Bridgeport and see if they can help you with it. I know that most of the banks in Wise County are participating in these programs. So
Yeah.
I hope that everybody can find somebody to help them. And if they're having
Right.
trouble or if they need contact information for any of the banks in Wise County, we can definitely help. We have contacts at all the banks, and so we can definitely get them connected with somebody close by.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for all that.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you think that the business community or even just the community in general should know? Is there any other little information out there that you might want to give before we end today?
I don't know.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of
There is
things happening.
there's a
So
lot
yeah.
going
So
on, and I know it's so hard, and it is. It's just, I don't know. You know, we have a lot to be thankful for, and
absolutely.
this is really hard. I'm glad that our numbers are staying so low. Being not out in the community is really hard for me because it's just something that I do every day. And so I hate that all of these businesses are closed and that they are having a hard time. And I hope that whenever this is over, that we can just, pick up the pieces and move on in the way that
Right.
we were doing. I mean, it was just growing and it was exceptional and it was above and beyond everything year to date as far as sales tax revenue goes. And so people were just doing so well. And I hope that comes back quickly after this is over. I think people are going to be so ready to get out of their houses and go eat dinner and buy some
Oh,
clothes
absolutely.
and all the things. So I hope that that impact shows in bigger dividends coming up in the future for us than the hurt has been currently. So I hope that people really are able to get back in the workplace quickly and get back into the community and out into the community to fellowship again.
Right.
And I just want to end with thank you for having me on here, and I'm happy to talk to anybody, and please feel free to reach out to me any time of day. And I'm always here to help answer any questions. And if I can't answer them, then I'm happy to contact anybody that I can to find out the answer for you always. And I also wanted to point out that earlier today, Judge Clark made a call for prayer tomorrow. And so I think
Yeah.
that is very important that we spend tomorrow reflecting and praying for our community, because this will end and it will all be wonderful once it does. But just hang in there, and if you need something, then reach out to me, and I'm happy to help in any way that I can.
Yep. Well, I tell you what, can't go wrong with saying some prayers right now.
That's
There's a
right.
lot of folks who are impacted, and thinking of everybody and praying that we get through this as best we possibly can. And I think we've done as a community, Wise County as a whole.
Yes.
I know, especially here in Bridgeport, we've done everybody's working together to try to get through this as best we can. And from the ISD to the county judge to the municipalities and the local businesses, we're just trying to. We've always been there for one another, but really we're really trying to keep each other afloat during this time. And it is hard not getting out and seeing everybody because we're a small community and everybody knows everybody, and we're always socializing, and it's hard on a small community, and so, but I think we're doing really great. I think everybody's having adapting to the situation, and we as a community are going to overcome this, and we'll get through it. And but I can't thank you enough for coming on today and explaining to the business community some of the resources that are available to them. I hope that many of them, if not all of them, are able to be able to take advantage of these resources that can help them through this time, because we want them there at the end of this so we can go back and eat and shop and do whatever type of however they cater to the public. And so it's good for
One
everybody.
thing we're also trying to push through our social media is that a lot of the businesses in Bridgeport are online. So look at their social media. They're posting things for sale. You can still, a lot of them are doing local deliveries. So if you still want to buy something, then you're welcome to still buy it. You just can't go to the store. And so reach out to them, text them, call them, and they'll probably live chat you and show you what they have for sale. So I'm sure they would
Right.
be happy to do something like that, and just keep supporting them the best way you know how. Buy gift cards, like their social media posts. It may not seem like it means a lot, but it does mean a lot if they're getting lots of likes and lots of attention. So try
Yeah,
to help out in any
exactly.
way that you can.
Well, Leah, thank you so much. If you don't
Yeah,
have
thank you,
anything to
Kevin.
offer, I greatly appreciate you coming on here and explaining all this. And the community, I know, can't thank you enough for all that you do beyond this, what the EDC does every day for our community. So thank you for coming on today, and stay safe and take care.
You too. Thank you, Kevin. Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, I can't thank Leah Clark for coming on today. That was some very great information for our business community to be able to take advantage of, and hopefully help them through this time. Much needed help. As the next part of the show is called Business of the Day, and it's a part where we bring a local business on to try and advertise what they are offering to the community, be it online services or be it. You can call them and they can do curbside or even deliver. But this is their opportunity to advertise how they're catering to the public. And we're going to bring on Allie Martinez from Foundation Therapy. Hello. Oh, here she comes. Hello, Allie. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I'm doing real good.
Thank you for coming on today. Allie is the manager for Foundation Therapy. Is that right? You're the office manager.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And she's here today to talk about the various things that Foundation Therapy offers during this time.
Yeah. So thanks for having us. We're doing everything we can to help our community, to help them with any questions they may have. We offer free consults for anybody that has some sort of ailment or question or concern. We are still open Monday through Friday, so we are blessed with those people that are able to come in and that we're able to help on a daily basis. And we have just rolled out telehealth. So anybody that is at high risk or that we can just treat from home, we are getting them set up with telehealth appointments, and our therapists are sending them a link through Doxy.me, and they have their session one-on-one with the physical therapist in the comfort of their own home, and they are safe and no risk of them getting sick at home. One of the other neat things that we have with telehealth and with even patients that do come into our clinic is we have an app. So it's called our Foundation Therapy app that anybody can go and download. And if right now, if there's people at home that are thinking, man, something like this could really help me, if they'll call us, we can get them set up with the app, do one of those free consults or screens, and get them a home exercise program. So if there's an ache or any sort of concern that they have going on, our therapists can get with them and get them set up for a home exercise program. And this app is available on pretty much all devices. And they can look at it on their mobile phone, or they can access it on their desktop as well. So that's something that we're pretty proud of, and that we helps us stand out as somebody a little bit different, a little more unique, and a little more focused on just the patient themselves. We also have. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's fine. I have.
No, I was going to ask. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
One of the other things that we have going on, we were planning a workshop in the clinic, but because of COVID, we are having to change it to a virtual workshop. So with that, we're going to offer an online workshop on Cinco de Mayo, and it will be Cinco de Mayo on Tuesday, May 5th from 11:30 to 12:30. And we're encouraging everybody to still sign up like they normally would. So they can go to our Facebook page and get a link there, or they're welcome to go to our website, foundationtherapy.com/workshop. and they can register there, and we'll reach out to them, and we'll make sure that they all still get all the paperwork and worksheets and things like that via mail, and we'll even email some of those as well. So we really want to continue to help the community, even if they can't come into the clinic. So we're changing this workshop to an online workshop.
That's outstanding that y'all are doing. That was what I was going to ask, is what, do y'all have any future events planned? And that was what I was going to go with the Cinco de Mayo. So thank you for going on. You're a step ahead of me there, so I appreciate that. Can you tell the folks where y'all are located at?
Yeah.
I have it going across the screen at the bottom, but in case folks can't see it there.
Yeah, so we're just right on the corner of Hostel Street, 1116 Hostel here in Bridgeport. Our phone number is 940-683-5575. And if it's easier, if somebody needs to just shoot us a text message, they can shoot a text to 940-393-5575. I know a lot of people are just busy during the day, and it's easier to just shoot a text than it is to pick up the phone. And we all just tend to go to our text. So we are available via text as well. Email foundationtherapy@outlook.com. So we're there, we're ready to help anybody that has any questions or concerns, even if it's just to chat and check in.
Yeah.
We love visiting with our past patients. Having them come in and just say hi and checking in is huge for us. And it means a lot to know that they feel like they're at home when they come see us.
Well, I tell you what, that during this, people still need therapy during this time, and offering that home service is really great, especially during this time right now. And so I think a lot of folks probably will take advantage of that. That'd be now that they know, and there's obviously y'all's current customers know, but hopefully more folks will take the opportunity to contact y'all and utilize y'all services. This is a great service to the community, right? And But is there anything else that you might want to let folks know? Do y'all have any specials that are, if somebody, are there like specials to offer or anything like that?
We really push on our special being that we're the only one around here that offers free consults. So that is like our constant. We offer free consults for anybody. So if you're wondering, man, I twisted my ankle walking off the back porch, and you're thinking, man, do I need to go to the doctor? Where do I start? We're encouraging foundation therapy first. So our slogan that we've been using here lately is FT first. So just call us. We can prevent you from having to go spend money on an MRI, or just that even copay that you're going to have to pay just for visiting with a doctor and saying, hey, I sprained my ankle. Come see us. We'll take care of you. We'll do that free consult. And if we feel like you need to go to the doctor, we're going to tell you need to go to the doctor. We are not trying to get people in the door to make money. We're trying to get people in the door to help them.
That's outstanding. That free consult is a big thing. And so that helps a lot of folks out, and that they need to go if it's utilizing your services, or maybe y'all suggesting they go to the doctor beyond that. But that's outstanding. That's a great opportunity for a lot of folks. And I can't thank y'all enough for, is there anything else you'd like to offer? Again, contact Foundation Therapy. It's not 940-683-5575. Or online. What's the online again? Because I think it's a little different than what I have here.
I think you've got it right. It's foundation-therapy.com.
Yes, I got it there. And so, yeah, go down there and visit Foundation Therapy. I also like the very Christian-oriented theme that y'all have with the y'all's business. It's that's really good to see that. And anyways, please go down. Utilize their services, Foundation Therapy. It's a great service for the community. And Ms. Martinez, I can't thank you enough for coming on today and talking about what y'all have to offer. And if there's anything else, please stop back by in the future and tell us what you got.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Going on. Can't thank Ms. Martinez for coming on today from Foundation Therapy. Again, this is during this time, it's very hard for businesses to maintain their customers. But fortunately, with online and phone, and like they have their app for the phones, that's another great way to utilize their services. And that was the business of the day, Foundation Therapy. And before we go, I want to talk about one more thing, and that is the 2020 census. You should have all gotten them in the mail. This is very, very important for our communities that you fill out the census, because what it does is it everywhere from grant funding to bringing businesses to the community, programs for funding for programs for schools. Every one of these things every one of these entities look at the census and the population numbers and the demographics of our community, and a lot of that funding is based off of that. And so if everybody fills out this census for the 2020, it'll only help out your community in getting funding for all those different things. And it's really easy. You can go on, let me make sure I have it correctly. I don't want to say it wrong. Okay, go to my2020census.gov. It takes about 5 minutes to do. It's really simple. It's user-friendly. And so by doing this, you are able to help your community out for funding for school programs, to bring businesses to the community, because they look at the numbers and the demographics and everything like that to be able to, whether they want to establish a business in that community. And then also grant funding for your municipalities and other types of entities, and the county as well. And so please go online, fill that out, or if you want to do it by paper, you can do it by paper and mail it back in. But anyways, it's vitally important to a community that y'all do that, and I would just ask that y'all consider doing that. But that's all I have for today regarding that kind of information. But I just want to thank everybody for coming on and viewing today, and all our guests, Leah Clark and Ali Martinez, for coming on. This is a tough time for a lot of folks, but I think we are making the most of it. We will get this through. We will get through this together. We are in this together. We will combat this together. Keep calm and stay Bridgeport strong. Thank y'all so much for coming today. Talk to you later.